to Andrea Fontana Beauty. Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions video based on the products that I bought from the Ulta and Sephora spring sales. I shared a blog post on AndreaFontanaBeauty.com with all the products that I purchased from both Ulta and Sephora with the sales that went on through this past weekend. And I asked you guys if you wanted to see a video of first impressions of me trying out some of the products, and you guys really wanted to. So I'm gonna be using today, let me see, I have everything out in front of me, so I haven't quite decided what I wanna use, but I think I'm gonna be using this Morphe, you see that? Bronzed Babe. Yeah, Bronzed Babe palette on my eyes. I have these two mini matchsticks from Fenty Beauty in Cinnamon and Starstruck that I may be using. I'm really excited for this one. I have the Fenty Beauty matchstick in Amber to use for contouring, so I'm really excited about that one. Definitely using that one. In place of where I normally use my Becca Cosmetics Shimmering Skin Perfector that I mix in with my foundation, I'm gonna try this Maybelline Master Strobing Liquid in the shade Light Iridescent. I've got two brushes that I know I'm for sure gonna use this one, the Morphe 459. And then I also have the Morphe M530, but if I'm contouring with that stick, I might not use that. And then I have the Sephora Colorful Blush in Too Hot. I have the NARS Powermatte Lip Pigment in Walk This Way that I am for sure gonna be putting on my lips because I'm so excited about it. And then I lastly think I'm gonna try the Milk Makeup Holographic Stick in Mars, which is super pretty. So stick around and I'm going to use these products, let you know what I think about them. Also use some of my normal products, but try to fill in where I can for some of these. So keep watching and I'll let you know what I think about them. Okay, so one of the tricks that I actually picked up from a makeup artist that I love, Katie Jane Hughes. I think this is the second time now in a video that I've mentioned her. She actually, to get really dewy looking skin, uses the Weleda Skin Food kind of underneath her foundation in the areas that she wants a little extra glow once everything's done. So I'm gonna actually do that because I love this tip. So it's super thick. I'm gonna be talking more about the Weleda Skin Food in my favorites because I know it's going to be there. It smells so good. So I actually like to put this where I feel like I have wrinkles or I'm the beginnings of wrinkles because I feel like it helps to plump my skin. This area right here though is what I was talking about, where I want to have extra shine. I don't know if that'll pick up on the camera, but we're gonna put that there, and then just to plump my laugh lines, just so that nothing sits there. So you can see there's extra shine. I prepped my skin already, so I have rosehip oil and argan oil mixed as my moisturizer today. So, and my hair's dirty and gonna go up, so actually just to keep it back. So, okay, so I just tapped that on, right on the cheekbones because I want that to come through as super dewy. The foundation that I'm gonna be using today, my It CC cream. I did a glowing skin tutorial and I used that foundation in it. So I'll link that video below so you guys can see it. But I'm gonna mix just a little bit of that Maybelline strobing liquid. And then I'm gonna mix it on the back of my hand. And I'm gonna dot this. On my face. And then I'm using the It Cosmetics Airbrush Blurring Foundation. It's actually the brush that is for this foundation. I got it as a free gift with purchase from Ulta when I bought a bunch of It Cosmetics. But you can buy it at Ulta. Just gonna blend that in. That looks a lot like when I do that with Becca. Not gonna lie. So you can see that I'm going in downward strokes. I don't know if I've mentioned this in a video before, but it's because I have little peach fuzz on my face a little bit that I don't always remove. Sometimes I wax it, but I don't always, and right now it's there. I go in light. I'm not pushing on the skin, but I'm going in kind of downward strokes, which I know probably goes against everything you're thinking because you always want to move upward and outward when you're applying pressure. So it's okay to go downward if you're not applying pressure, and that's what I'm doing in this case. Just because if you go upwards with your foundation brush and you go like this, the makeup can catch on the fine little hairs and can accentuate them, and I don't really want people seeing all my little baby hairs on my face, so. All right, and then always blend out here. All right, so that's one thin layer. And that looks good. That like did the exact same thing that my Becca. I don't know if you guys can see that, but my face looks super luminous. So I love that. I think this is a really good drugstore find. So highly recommend that. I'm just gonna continue. I always, with my foundation, I go in and I like blend it even more. Are you drinking anything while you're watching this? I'm having chamomile tea since I'm on an elimination diet for food intolerance. And I can't have caffeine, so I'm drinking chamomile tea, which I don't mind. Okay, next we're going to conceal. I don't have a new product for this. I picked up concealers in my haul, but those were for my kit. So I'm using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This is an oldie, but a goodie, and I love it. So I'm just gonna put a little bit through here. You'll notice that I'm using my ring finger. Again, you'll always see me using my ring finger on myself under my eye because it just melts the product in the best. And I'm not tugging, I'm literally just pressing into the skin. Okay. Put that there. Cover some of those fine little acne scars. Kind of. You guys heard me in my last video, I was saying how like my acne scars don't really bother me anymore, which is funny because I used to be so self-conscious of them like 4 years ago, and for some reason, I don't know, don't really care. I think once you have them for a while and they get better and you've had them be absolutely terrible, a few don't really bug you anymore. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the Mercier translucent, or excuse me, universal invisible loose setting powder. And I'm just putting this where the concealer was because I'm gonna go in with a cream contour and I don't want that to mix and get weird. So I'm just putting a little bit of this under my eyes so that if I wait too long, then I might get some creasing and I don't want that. So I'm just gonna go in here and here. That's it for now. And that's with a Real Techniques setting brush. These are seriously the best. If you do not have a Real Techniques setting brush for under your eyes or like setting little areas that you put concealer, get one. Perfect amount of density, perfect amount of fluffy, and they just fit right where you need them to. So there's that. Now we're gonna go in with this Fenty Beauty Amber Matchstick, and I'm just gonna draw a little bit right there. I'm gonna do one at a time because sometimes I get worried with cream products that they're going to set, so I do one at a time. So I'm actually going to use, just got that Morphe 459, M459 brush, and I'm gonna like blend that out with this. Ooh, that was so easy. even going with a little more. I went kind of light-handed because I wasn't sure how much product to use. But this is so gray. I don't know if you can, let me swatch that. Can you guys see how gray that is? So good for contouring. Thank you, Sammy and Susie, for encouraging me to buy this one. It's so good. Oh my gosh, that's so easy. Do you see that? Oh my god, that's like the perfect amount of, and it does not look warm at all. I'm obsessed. And this brush makes it so easy to like blend it out, but like still keep it in the right spot. Like it's, you can keep the product where you want to keep it, but also blend it out. I don't know if that makes any sense. If you're familiar with a lot of makeup and brushes, that probably does. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I might have to buy one of these for my kit. And another one of these. That was so easy. Bam. Okay. We're also gonna apply some up here. No, I don't think, I'm gonna go, I don't know how well this little guy's gonna work up here. Not that bad. Not my favorite for that spot. So we're gonna grab, I grabbed my Real Techniques Dual Fiber Contour Brush, and I'm just gonna use that. Oh my gosh, that was so easy. I'm obsessed. Oh, okay. Gonna have to buy that for my kit. Gonna have to buy that forever. That was so easy and so good. Okay, so now I'm actually gonna take a little bit on this, like this, and I'm just gonna do the jawline. I'm actually gonna take a little bit down the sides of my nose, just like that. So easy. Okay, I'm gonna stop obsessing over that. Now, if you wanted to, you could set that with a little bit of bronzer, but maybe I'll take some Hoola. Like, I'm barely using any, because I really do love the natural shadow that it gives. That's such a good contour. Okay. All right, so that's good. Now we're gonna use that Sephora blush. Okay, and that blended out so easily. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with that too. And that's one swipe. I don't need more than that. I don't know if it's picking up as crazy heavy on the blush. It usually does. And it looks insane. Oh, that's amazing. I love it. If you ever feel like your blush is too much, just take the tiniest bit of your setting powder and just buff out the edges. But don't go too much into this highlight area because we want that to stay dewy. I usually always go back in with this brush and just, oh, I'm already so obsessed with this contour. I'm loving everything so far, guys. This is amazing. Now the question is, I think I'm gonna use one of these Matchstix on my eyes. Like, probably gonna use Sinamon, which is that one right there, as like a base for the eyeshadow palette, but I really want to go in with this guy from Milk. Let me see if I can swatch that for you. Can you guys see that? I don't know if you can, but it's like rosy. It's like gold with a rose tinge, like sheen to it. So I just like melted that. Oh my god, and that just like melts so easily and blends so easily. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. And it just like carries that rosy coraliness through. Now you guys really get to see how obsessed I am with makeup. You should see when you go into Sephora with me. Thank God I have Sammy and Susie who go with me and are as obsessed as I am, because I swatch everything, I smell everything, I touch it all, and I'm just like freaking out the whole time because I love makeup. But do you see that shine? That's amazing. Okay, love that. I am gonna take a little bit, just what's left over on my brush, and kind of go through here because this is just like a little bit shinier than I want it. And that's probably because I put that Welda down first. But there we go. My skin is done. What do you guys think? I'm obsessed with it. I think it looks great. MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. And I like this one because it's got a very yellowy olive undertone, so it's good for my skin tone. And do you see how that just like evens everything out so that my shadows look more natural? Okay, so I'm gonna put that down and let that sit for a second while I do my, again, you don't see me pulling, I'm just patting down on the eyes. Do my eyes in a second, but we're first gonna use Glossier Boy Brow. The link will be below. If you haven't tried it or anything from Glossier, you can get 10% off your first purchase with my link. And I freaking love this stuff because it looks like brow hairs. Other tinted brow gels, there's a very popular one that I used to swear by. You can probably guess it. It's Benefit there, Gimme Brow, in case you were wondering. But it just like, this one's just better, in my opinion. I get asked that all the time because I talk so much about Boy Brow now that people are like, but what about Gimme Brow? You like it more than Gimme Brow? And I'm like, really do. I never thought that Gimme Brow looked fake until I tried this. And then I was like, wow, this looks so much more like hair. Gimme Brow was too waxy and flaky for me. And it had almost like this, like, you know when you put a powder on and it's too light for your skin and it just looks ashy and powdery and chalky almost? To me, that is how, and granted I have really dark brows, so I think because Glossier has a black shade, it just matches me better. But I just think there's a sheen to it that makes it look like hair without looking wet. I don't know, it's just hard to describe. It's the perfect formula. So I love it. So we're gonna go in with this amazing palette. I kind of want to do, we're gonna do a 2 eyeshadow color. First, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put down that Cinnamon shade stick. We're gonna use Hang 10 and we're gonna use Faux Real. Get it? Like for real. I love stupid makeup jokes. Okay. So I am going to apply this because it's little. Just on the eyelid like that. Is like a base. Or do I want to go like this? Oh, I want to go like that. Maybe it's because that's the first time I'm using it. I don't know, it's kind of hard to apply. There we go. Okay, so it's just like a really pretty bronzy shade. Gonna be a nice base. So I'm gonna put that all over, and then I'm literally going to take this is a Sigma Diffused Crease E38. And I'm just gonna dip it in, tap it off, and go all the way across. Like so. just to diffuse that out. These are very powdery, but they blend so well. So we put that across, and then I'm gonna take, this is a crown brush and it's worn off, so I have no idea, but it's a double-ended flat shader brush and pencil brush on the other side. And I'm gonna go in with Faux Real and just plop that on my lid. Bam. That is pretty. That is coppery. I love that. Then we're gonna go back in. Don't put any more color on your brush, and you're just gonna blend that into kind of the edges, so that where the two meet, right in your crease, so that that fades seamlessly, like that. Sometimes, again, this is like your best friend. I'll go in and just do that. I mean, that's good for me. I'm gonna take my ring finger and go in with Sunny's. It's just this like pearly, can you see that shade? And go right in the inner corner. I really like that. I wonder if I could do, I totally could, guys. I could do 10 looks using this palette. In case you don't know, by the time that this video is live, I will already have my blog post up that is 10 looks, 1 eye palette, or 10 looks, 1 palette, I think is what I'm calling it. And it's gonna be where I or you pick a palette and then I create 10 eyeshadow looks from it, because the #1 complaint that I get from women almost on like a weekly basis is, I bought this eyeshadow palette and I don't know what to do with it. Can you show me what to do with it? So I wanted to kind of challenge my creativity and kind of see what I could come up with, but I thought it would be a fun way for you guys to see what possibilities there are with an eyeshadow palette, which will help you decide, like, maybe if I do one that you haven't bought yet and you're interested in it, is this something that you could realistically wear? Like, what versatility is there in it? What could you do with it? But I also want to teach you new eyeshadow looks. So I'm thinking this Morphe one might be a contender. I want to say it was like under $15 at Ulta. So, and you get a lot of product. So that's an amazing, amazing deal. I'm going to actually take Hang 10, which was that first shade I used. And I'm going to take a pencil brush and just put a little bit down here, just because I feel like that is going to help even out the warmth. Yeah. That's all. And then for mascara today, we're using L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradies. This is actually turning out pretty bronzy and summery looking, and I'm loving it because it's finally getting sunny here. Okay, time for the NARS Powermatte Lip Pigments. These are really interesting because they literally feel like nothing on your lips. Oh, this is the perfect shade. They're literally like liquid. It feels like nothing right now. It's crazy that there's that much pigment because it feels like nothing. Yeah, I'm obsessed with that. And it's already drying down. Wow. That feels so good. And that color is like a perfect everyday shade. Loving it. So, as you can see with the eyeshadow look, I do this kind of look all the time. It is not super complicated, but it like gives a bold statement of color. I pick a crease color that is pretty similar to the lid metallic shade. It creates this effortless wash of color that just kind of like fades and blends out so easily because you're going from the metallic to the crease color, and then it's just like faded out. and it's pretty. So this whole look is kind of bronzy. It's interesting how much more orange and like bronzy this coral looks now that there's that bronze on my eyes. But what do you guys think? This is already dry. This is crazy. My lips feel super comfortable. Can't even really tell anything is on them. What do you guys think about this look? Let's see. I don't think there was a single thing that I didn't love. This Maybelline Strobing Liquid worked just like my Becca one. I'm so dewy and not glittery, so that's fantastic. This I think was my all-time favorite just because it was so easy to highlight or to contour. I'm just amazed by that. This was so pretty because it almost acted like a blush topper, but also a highlighter. I'm really interested to wear this like on my eyes and stuff this summer and see what it does. Love this blush. It blended out so easily and it looks really good with this combination. This lip product feels like nothing. These shadows were great. I think I'm obsessed with everything. Oh, and these little guys. I didn't use the one, but this one made a really good, I think you could even use this as just like swipe it on in the morning. Don't want to wear eyeshadow, but you want some color. Same with this one, I'd probably use to highlight as well. In the summer, I could probably get away with using this bronzy one as a highlight too. So yeah, I think I loved everything I tried. That's amazing. This contour brush was awesome. Oh, I didn't use this contour brush just because I was using cream products, and something like this that's super fluffy, like this is just gonna eat all the product up and then it's gonna be harder to blend. So this I liked because it was dense and it didn't pick up much product, or it just did exactly what I wanted. So this was awesome for fitting right in the contour. I'm gonna buy a second one because again, it's Morphe. It was like 10 bucks. Buy a second one for my kit. I think that's all. If you guys have any questions or want to see me use anything else from the palette, if you want to see the Morphe 9B as one of my 10 looks, one palette, then I can do that. I think the next one I'm going to do is the original Naked palette because that is the first request I got when I announced that I was going to be doing something like this. So Danielle, I got you. The Naked, I don't know why I'm holding this one up. The Naked original palette, 10 looks. Hopefully I'm not out of any of the shadows in that one. I'll create 10 looks out of that one. But that post will be linked below. Thank you again for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like this video, share it with your friends. I make these videos for you, so if you have any questions, if you have any recommendations, things that you want to see in a video, please comment below and let me know, because again, I make these videos for you. And I just want them to be full of content that you enjoy. So hope you have a wonderful day and you enjoyed watching this, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.